What's going on, everyone? So I'm in my shop today and I realized it's been a little while since I uploaded a video, so I feel really bad because my last video I had built a few different kinds of arrows and I was trying to debate what type of arrow I wanted to put in my quiver for this season, for this hunting season. I came to a conclusion. I think I figured it out, and I am super excited to share it with you guys because I was successful with it, and I think I learned a very important lesson in the process, and I think it's important to get the information out there. So I do want to just say really quick that this video, I'm not trying to tell you 3 fletchings versus 4 fletchings is going to make a huge difference. It's not going to fix all your problems. It's not going to, obviously my issues that I'll tell you about, there could have been a million things wrong, but it was just that little bit, that little thing that I did. It was just what I needed, just that little thing, and it was good enough for me. So I didn't need to go back to the drawing board, thank God. So anyway, quick recap. I had fletched a dozen arrows, all the same. All of them gold tip Hunter XTs 340 spine. All the same. They all have the same inserts. They all have the same nocks, just different colors. And just the fletchings, that's it. I have a 3 fletching. I have AAE Max Hunters on my 3 fletch. And then I have a 4 fletch. And I have boning shields. They are both 2.5 inch. The only difference is obviously the shields are a little shallower, as you can see. And the only reason I wanted to do this is because it just made sense to me to go shallow with 4 fletch. I don't know, just better with clearance. It just made sense to me. I had my mind made up, all made up, which arrow I was gonna put in my quiver for opening day. The night before I was gonna go into the woods, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go right out and say that I thought I was gonna have this arrow to hunt for my hunting season, okay? I love it. I love it. I'm kind of biased. I love AAE. Their fletchings are indestructible. I never have issues with adhesions. I never have issues if it goes through a target. They're still intact. The memory is amazing. Like, you can't beat an AAE fletching, no matter what style you get. You can't. I've shot most of them, and I haven't gotten a bad pack, so can't say the same for other fletchings. You get what you pay for, I guess, right? Actually, that's not true, because these shields aren't very expensive, and I would put them against the AAEs, to be honest with you. They're very, very well made, and they're very good fletchings. Anyway, I had my mindset on this, okay? And for some reason, I thought this broadhead, 125 grains, I dialed my arrows in with 125 grain fields, so I had 125 grain broadheads. The night before the hunt, I went to go test my arrow at 20 yards just to make sure my field points are gonna be matching my broadheads, and they did not. My arrow got about 10 yards down range and just shot right. And when I say right, I don't mean just an inch or 2 off of the dime right. I mean not even hit the target right, okay? So instantly I panic because I'm about to go into the woods in 7 hours and I have arrows flying right, and I can't have that happening. Nobody can have that happening. At that point I wouldn't go hunting. If I'm not going into the woods and I know I can't make an ethical shot, I'm not, what's the point? You can't go hunting. So I go home and I grab another broadhead I had laying around. The problem is it was 100 grain instead of 125 grain. No big deal. And the only is, I know this is a big difference, okay? I had a mechanical broadhead, okay? Big difference in flight. I know. Yeah, these are way more accurate when it comes to field point versus, switching field points to broadheads. I get it. But I don't know what was going on with it. Like, guys, that wasn't just a little, obviously I could have went to the drawing board, I could have knock tuned, I could have broadhead tuned, whatever, but I got lucky. I grabbed my 4 fletch and I put the Spitfires on. I didn't even need to touch my sights. I shot the arrow and it was just like my field tip, guys. It was dead on, and and it was a bullet, and I could not have been happier. with that said, I went into the woods the next morning and I shot my first buck. Minus my drawings my nephew made for me, don't mind. So it's a nice little 6-pointer out in New England. So our state record is 255 pounds with a bow. And I think that was broken around 2007 or 2008-ish. So my deer being 132.4 for my first buck, I mean, I'm beyond pumped, okay? But I just wanted to mention that because I know all you folks out there in the Midwest and anywhere else in the world, really, you guys all seem to have a lot bigger deer than we do in New England, so that's probably a small deer to all you. But for us here in New England, I'll take it any day. You know, I learned that in a hunting situation, I think I'm gonna always, if I can afford the jigs and stuff, I am gonna do a 4 fletch, and I will stick to 3 fletch for target shooting. 3D shooting, whatever, because this 4 fletch, guys, it was through and through. Found the arrow, no problem, bullet hole, and I could not be happier. But like I said, the point of the story is that I'll be doing 4 fletch for hunting, no doubt, because even if it's 1 fletching, guys, I really found that it really straightened me out. It just really helped me out. And even though it was minimum, I feel in my mind that if I didn't do that test the night before, I would have missed that deer, hands down. So, and that's the lesson that I learned, because always test your gear before you go hunting. Even if you think that you have everything down, you don't. Now, there is nothing worse than going into the woods at 4 or 5 in the morning and have something not working for you, you know, ruin the whole hunt. You know, it's just not fun. It's not good. I'm gonna be honest, this is the first 4 fletch that I've done, so I haven't experimented with different fletchings. I have only done these very shallow ones. I do kind of want to try, I really would like, I'm the biggest fan of these AAE Max. These are my absolute, so far my absolute favorite fletchings. They're all around good. They're good for targets, they're good for hunting, they're good for everything. But they're a little bit bigger than these shields, and I don't know how it would look or not, but maybe another video, right? Hey guys, I just want to share my quick experience just so you guys can, hopefully it helps you all make some decisions if you're trying to figure out what you need for fletchings, or, you know, if you're trying to figure out if they work good or not. But like I said, both of these fletchings work amazingly, but I found that 4 fletch for a hunting scenario to be the way to go. That's me, guys. Take it, leave it. I wish you all luck. If you're out hunting this season, I wish you guys the best of luck, man. Get it. Keep sticking to it, man. It took me 3 years to get my buck, guys, and it's not. It took me a lot of failing. We don't have a lot of deer in New England. It's not easy to get a deer out here, so just stick with it. Like I always said, guys, you got to keep shooting, but you got to keep it fun as well, because if you're not keeping it fun, you're not shooting.